And we live. So we want to welcome you to this week's episode of Believe and Do Good. I'm your host, Brother John Muhammad. And this week's topic is accepting the challenge to change, health and wellness. And we have some wonderful guests that will be joining us this afternoon. Actually, this morning. It just feels like afternoon because we fast forwarded and we lost an hour. But what we wanted to do is lift up a few facts. Every January, of course, millions of Americans make New Year's resolutions, often tackling old goals with renewed vigor and enthusiasm. Well, a recent survey of U.S. adults has shown that one of the most common New Year's resolutions is to lose weight or to get in shape. Among millennials, the sense of unhealthiness is especially strong, with nearly 80% of adults under the age of 36 reporting that they could be healthier. And so what we wanted to do was have a conversation with some of the winners, some of the overcomers, those who have accepted the challenge to change and have been, for me, an inspiration and a model. And so what we'll do is we're going to bring them on now. And then everyone can do a self-introduction, if you would, just to introduce yourself to the audience. Tell them a little bit about who you are, and then we're going to talk about your personal journey, some of the highlights of along the way, some of the challenges you faced, and then any message that you would have for anyone who may be experiencing a similar journey. And so I'll start. We can go from A to Z, right? Literally. And so I'll start with Amber.
All right. Hey, how y'all doing? My name's Amber. I am a videographer and photographer located here in the St. Petersburg area. And I lost 100 pounds over the last 15 months. So that's what I did.
All right. We're going to go to Maurice.
Hey everybody, my name is Maurice, also known as DJ Speck around the city of St. Pete.
Nice.
Took me like a year and a half, 2 years. I lost over 100 pounds.
My man. All right. Next, we're going to go to Zanetta.
I'm Zanetta Starks. I grow mushrooms. That's what I do in the city of St. Pete, and I've lost 100 pounds over a lot of years. So
okay.
So I put some pounds back on over the course of time, and I've lost. It's been an ongoing battle. So hopefully this time I've got it all settled.
I appreciate that. And thank you all again for taking time this Sunday morning and joining us. And like I said, we're going to have a free-flowing conversation, really just me being nosy. And really the how you did it, right? Because so maybe about 4 or 5 years ago, we started this thing called the One-A-Day Challenge. And the One-A-Day Challenge is a Facebook group where myself and, a few friends have gotten in. And, the objective is to do something every day, right, towards your health and fitness journey to, either exercise. We started with walking a mile. So it was walking a mile every day. And then, we started refining that process, right? So after we saw that walking a mile was maybe a challenge for some folks, it was like, okay, do something every day, right? And it served as a space of motivation. And so I just want to go around the horn and feel free to jump in. But what actually, was like the jump off point or the moment for you that was like, you know what, I got to do something different and I'm going to do it different this time. And I'll start with Spank.
My thing was like for years and years, man, I was trying to lose weight, couldn't do it, got discouraged, went back to eating, but it had came to one point that I had got so big, I had got to 320, and I'm only 5'6". So
yeah,
man, it was one day I was sitting in training and I was at work actually. Then I had an anxiety attack, thought I was having a heart attack. Then I had started a new job and anxiety kept happening. Then after that, I went to the emergency room maybe 6 or 7 times during that month because I'm thinking I'm dying because I had this burning in my chest, kept having anxiety attacks, and they kept telling me nothing was wrong. And I went to a different hospital, and at that point he was like, I had gastritis real bad. So I had to go to the hospital. They had to do a procedure where they had to put me to sleep, go down my chest, and they left a chip in my neck. In my throat for 2 days. So I had to walk around with this monitor. So when I turned the monitor in, they said I had a bad case of acid reflux. And I said, well, I don't never feel it come up in my throat. He was like, no. He said, your acid runs through your body very badly. And he said, because of your weight. So they wanted me to do a weight loss surgery. And I told them no. I came home. I took everything bad out of my house that day. That day, I went cold turkey. It was like I was scared I was gonna lose my life. I was I was on 2 blood pressure medications, gastritis pills. I was on a lot of stuff, and I was like, man, I can't do it. I got a daughter. I guess I have to live. So I just it just made that change. That from that day forth.
That's powerful, man. Powerful. So Netta, what was your moment?
A few years ago, I don't know, I can't remember what year. I went to the doctor and I found I was pre-diabetic. That was big to me because I never wanted to be diabetic because all my paternal aunts had their limbs cut off, and so it really kind of shook me up. And so my mom also was pre-diabetic, and my mom she passed away last year, but she was very feisty. When they told her she was pre-diabetic, my mom, she's 80 years old. She got a treadmill. She was like, I'm giving up, all this stuff, and and the next time she went to the doctor, she was not pre-diabetic. So I'm like, well, if my mom can make some changes, I'm gonna make some changes. So, when I went back to the doctor, also I was not pre-diabetic. I didn't. I did just like Maurice. I just changed my life. I decided that I didn't think I was gonna lose my life because my dad was diabetic too, and he didn't lose any limbs, but he was on and he didn't even do dialysis. My dad was very strategic about his diabetes, so my dad was on he was on the pill for like 25 years, and Lord, I can't take a pill for one day because I can't remember, right? So I'm like, I can't do that. So that kind of inspired me to change my life.
I got you. Amber, what was your moment?
All right, y'all, don't laugh. So it was, I think I want to say it was like 2017 or 2018. I had actually took my boyfriend indoor skydiving.
Okay.
And I don't know if you guys ever went indoor skydiving, but they have like this tunnel, like this tube, and you just kind of go in and you float, right? So at that time I was like 290 and they had a weight limit.
Oh.
I'm in there trying to float, and it wasn't fun for me.
Yeah.
But after that is when I decided something's got to change. I can't go in here and not float.
Right.
I floated for a little bit, y'all, but
hey, listen, I'm laughing with you.
Yes, me too. I'm laughing with you. I'm not. Yes.
That's right.
Yeah,
that's right.
So after that, I was like, I gotta do something about this. I gotta change my diet. So that's when I actually went vegan at that time. I'm not vegan anymore, but that started my whole weight loss journey. So I went vegan for like a year, and then I couldn't keep up with that. And then after that, I was like, let me start going to the gym. And I actually started going to work out, but the gym didn't work for me. So my friend, Shawty T, he has a backyard gym, and I started working out with him. He was like, because he was going to the gym too. And he was like, hey, we started working out in our backyard, if you want to come and work out with us. And they live right down the street. So I was like, all right, cool. I'll come try it out, And then I just kind of got addicted to working out after that. 15 months later, I lost 100 pounds.
Wow.
So that's what did it for me.
and so I appreciate that, and it's interesting just the intersection and the different motivations, right? Some like being faced with it directly, some seeing others, and then you not necessarily having a health challenge, but just having like, okay, I don't want to live like this. Right? I want to be able to float,
right.
Just something simple. what do you say to people who like start the journey? Well, let me go back before that. All of you have lost over 100 pounds or 100 pounds. I won't say over because I don't know, but at least 100 pounds. Was that the goal starting out? Like, did you set out to say I'm going to lose 100 pounds? That's my goal. Amber, I see you shaking your head.
No, that wasn't. I wouldn't say that was a goal for me. At first, it was just like a goal of, let me see how much weight I can lose. And then once I got to the 100-pound loss, it was like, oh snap, you lost 100 pounds. That's a lot of weight.
Yeah. So there wasn't a moment before then, like 30, 40, where it was like, okay.
Like 30, 40. I was like, I want to lose 30, 40. And then, you get addicted to working out. And then it's like, I just want to keep working out. And then by the time I knew it, it was like, you 100 pounds down.
Wow.
Literally.
How about you, Spank? Did you set out to lose 100 pounds?
No, I just wanted to get all of it off of me. But then it was just like Amber said, you get addicted to it. It's like I couldn't wait to go work out. Like to this day, like I'm different. Like I started out with, 3 trainers I had. Started out with Crutel, big ups to him.
Yeah.
Then I went to Sharon, big ups to him. Then I went to Flex and Woody. But then I started doing it on my own. They helped me lose a lot of weight, and they taught me a lot of stuff. But now it's like it just get addicting. It gets addicted. Now it's more I do less, like I do less of like CrossFit and working out. I do cardio, but now I'm addicted to lifting weights.
Okay.
So it's like it gets addicting. So now I'm at a point now where I'm happy. I still want to lose a little bit more of the stomach, but still I'm building muscle at the same time. And it's amazing because I'm getting bigger in muscle, but my shirt size are not changing. And
Right.
I'm not understanding. I went from a 6X shirt to now I'm in an extra large. I did go down to a large. Now I'm in the extra large because now I'm building muscle.
Right.
So it gets amazing. And sometimes you just can't figure it out. Like I know I'm getting bigger, but why my waist size is not getting bigger? I just wait for the next thing to figure out and say, well, why is that happening?
No, I appreciate that. Zanetta, did you set out to lose 100 pounds?
No, when I first started losing weight, well, I mean, it's just been a challenge. I'm 50, so it's just been like, I've been chunky my whole life. So it's just been one thing after the other. I've tried every diet, keto, every diet, cabbage soup, whatever, just everything. And,
Did you do the vinegar and cayenne pepper and all? You did that one too?
I've done everything. My body's so jacked up from all that. My body got jacked up from all that. Yes, I did everything. And I can't remember what year this is, in the 2020, maybe 2014, 2013. As an office, we decided to do the Biggest Loser. This is when like my serious weight loss started because I'm pretty competitive. So when we decided to do the Biggest Loser, and we had to weigh in at work, I had never gotten on the scale because I never wanted to know how much I weighed. So it was really eye opening, and it was crazy. And we had to weigh in front of each other every week, and it really changed our account. We had to pay for the amount of weight we gained. I mean, it was lucrative. I won that biggest. I won each time we did the Biggest Loser challenge at work. So that was great. But after we stopped that, I just started, going back to my old habits and doing things that I shouldn't do. So I knew that those were kind of fads. I had to find something that fit for me. Like I don't like cardio. I cannot do a treadmill. That's not my thing. I can go and do, like, I can run up and down stairs all day. But if it's like something that I perceive, mentally, that I perceive as some type of exercise, the gym, in that way I can't do. I can lift weights, do stuff like that. But any type of like just running, I'd rather run outside. I joined the St. Pete Run Club. Like, okay. I don't know if you guys know what I ran, a 25-minute mile. These people were out here. I was so embarrassed because I'm like, I'm downtown. I'm like, what am I doing? But I want to learn how to run. I want to learn how to run. I want to do the proper techniques. I bought these expensive shoes, and I'm like, I got to be able to do this. And so I went, and they were the kindest people, because I already knew that they're runners, and I'm out here playing with their time. And
Right.
so I went from like a 25-minute mile to a 17-minute mile. That's not, big for most people, but for me, it was huge. It was amazing. I felt so much better about myself. But I also, like, well, I have to be careful with these terms, because, like, all this plant-based versus vegan. I'm
Right.
actually consider myself a vegan person, because I really kind of respect the lifestyle, I respect animals, I respect the environment. So I don't I don't, at a few years ago, I stopped buying any, dealing with anything made with animals. I mean, I still have
Right.
things from
Right.
prior to that, but vegans, being a vegan is not a diet. It's really a life. It's a different kind of life. So
I want to ask you about that too. I want to really get into to some of those things, because, like, from what I'm hearing from each one of you, right? The common theme was, like, I got to do something different, and it's a lifestyle change, right? It wasn't, and it's like that's the moment when it happens, right? It's not like the fad diet. It's not, the trying to get right for summer type thing. It's like that whole like lifestyle change. And so what was like some of the fuel? Like I heard was Anetta, you said you had a support system. Spank and Amber, did you all have a support system, and what fueled you to keep going along the journey? Because so many people started and then stop it. So what was like some of your fuel to keep you going? Was it the support system, or would you mind sharing a little bit about that?
For me, it was my man definitely supported me a lot. Then what kept me going was seeing the results and seeing the progress. It's like, okay, I'm 10 pounds down. Okay, I can keep going. 20 pounds down. Okay, I look kind of good. And then, you start buying new clothes and new outfits and just
Yeah.
feeling yourself and stuff. So I was like, I got to keep going. I can't go back to what I used to look like. I can't, get all fine and stuff and then go back to looking like a bag of potatoes.
I feel you.
I can't do that. So yeah, I did have a support system. My
And
friends,
and,
everybody
and
had
seeing the results, right? And seeing the
a,
progress.
that's what really fueled it. I was like, dang, girl, you look good.
Yeah. Spank,
So,
what was some of your fuel, man?
Man, same thing, man. Seeing the results. Like she said, man, you can't, get down to, this small shirt size and then go back up to a parachute. And then the people, then the people around me, man, they kept me grounded. They kept me on track, telling me I was looking good, stuff like that. It's just everyone that's around me, my friends, my wife, um, mom, daughter, everybody, man. They just kept me grounded. They kept me going. Um, and I just don't want to go backwards.
Right. Forward forever, backwards never. When it,
Right.
when it,
Right.
and then Zanetta, you started going in and talking about it, with the diet part of it, and there's in different circles people don't like to use that term, diet. Like I know, they say, well, the first part of diet is die, and and so it's not like a diet per se, but what part, how big was or is nutrition in your journey, and just changing the way you eat, and was that something that like took a minute to get used to? Because I know, like, again, it's a lifestyle change. So as you begin to make your changes, how much of that was nutrition and diet, if we wanted to use that term?
I think nutrition is probably the major thing. Like, so me, I haven't. I'm to be honest. So I used to go to John. His gym was on 16th Street. So he passed
Yeah,
away
your
last
man's
time.
your man's in them. Yeah.
Yes. So John I did that type of exercise there that I like. It was hard. He was tense. He was intense. He would just go off on me. I kind of need that kind of. I can't have like a gentle kind of trainer. And so I haven't worked out. I haven't gone to the gym. I haven't done anything in a year because I mean, just breathing. My mom passed away last year, so she was in a dying process. So I haven't been to the gym or done anything for a year. But I am, my life didn't change because I stopped eating. I went completely plant based about 3 or 4 years ago, and so that hasn't changed. So and I've maintained my weight and all my I don't have I don't take any medication. I don't have any high blood. I don't take any medication, so I've maintained like my health. I think exercise is just a small part of it. I think the nutrition part, at least for me, is just huge. I feel like as long as I continue to eat plants, that I'll be okay. I mean, I'm pretty strict, and then also I don't eat sweets. I'm not a sweet eater, but I didn't eat sweets when I was eating everything else. I just didn't eat. I'm not a sweet eater, so I think that helps me too. I don't crave sweets. I crave savory. I crave habanero, garlic, onions. I don't have that thing where I crave sweets, because I think hinders a lot of people. And even though like I'm vegan or I eat plants, I like plants. Like I don't eat much of the Beyond Burger. I don't eat like a whole lot. It's vegan is so like it's big now. You can buy anything. You can have anything vegan. You can have but I don't really eat. I like whole foods. I eat a lot of whole food, and I think that's important. I think vegetables are important in our lives, and I think that my snacks don't. When I get crunchy, I eat celery or snow peas. I don't really eat chips or anything like that because I don't crave that. And I think it becomes. But wait, chips are vegan. So if you want to eat chips, eat.
Look, I saw somebody say that. I saw somebody say that potatoes are vegetables, right?
Yeah, potatoes are vegetables, and so
Amber, Amber, talk to me about nutrition.
Nutrition. So for me, I was vegan for a while, but then, like I said, I stopped that because I couldn't keep up with it. When you have like a family that eats like, hamburgers and hot dogs and stuff, it's kind of hard. I got tired of making like separate meals for people. But what I did was, there's this book called Eat Right for Your Blood Type, and I followed that for like 8 months. So with that, I'm O positive, so it gives you a list of like different foods that you can eat that are compatible with your blood type, and what isn't compatible with your blood type. And when I went off of that kind of helped a lot, because I noticed a lot of weight fall off when I started doing that. So things that were bad for me were like rice, potatoes, white potatoes. So instead of like white potatoes, I'll eat sweet potatoes. Or instead of rice, I'll just eat vegetables. So nutrition is a big part of losing weight. It's mainly nutrition. I mean, that's how you're going to lose the stomach.
Okay. Well, thank you for that. Because I've been struggling with this stomach for a little minute here.
Me too.
And I always heard them say that the six-pack is made in the kitchen, right?
It definitely is. And you can't outwork that. So definitely got to change that.
Spank, you talk to me about nutrition, man.
Yeah, it's very important, man. I stopped eating red meat. I stopped eating pork. I basically have a real low carb, high protein diet. If I do eat rice, it'll be brown rice. Sometimes I eat white rice. Like she said, sweet potatoes. Then, since I've been lifting weights, I have added back white potatoes maybe once a week, twice a week. So your diet change. Like what I'm trying to do now is just basically build a lot of muscle, so the diet changes from when I tried to lose the weight. Like no bread, no white rice, no sodas. Like she said, I don't crave sweets either. I don't do the sweets. I don't do none of that. So, I cut out the sodas. I cut out drinking. I drink now, but but I found the way to. I mean, there's no healthy way in drinking at all. But instead of using cranberry juice and all of that, I drink tequila and water, or tequila and club soda. I mean, I even looked up taking a shot of tequila a day is good for your health. So I
Oh,
looked at that and I was like,
there you go. There you
hey, hey, I need some kind of motivation. So I DJ, so I have to have some kind of motivation. But yeah, man, my main thing was though that had me, late night eating after DJing 2, 3 o'clock in the morning. I go to gyros.
Wings and fries.
Yeah.
You hear me? Gizzards. You know what I'm saying? I used to do it all, man. I had to cut all that out. All no
Yeah.
late night eating. No, now don't get it twisted. Now I'm not gonna be. I get up here and chips is like a kryptonite to me. It's
Right.
like So I eat a little bit, but I have to work out harder. But just the main thing, nutrition is very important. Very
Right.
important.
Right. No, and my trainer, because I was going to Crutel for a while as well. You mentioned Crew. Shout out to Crutel and No Excuses.
Mm-hmm.
And one of the things he told me, he said, well, Brother John, he said, think about it like this. You work out maybe 3 to 4 times a week, right? But you eat every day. And when he said that, it was like, okay, I just had to confront that food, aspect of it. But it's hard, right?
Mm-hmm.
It takes the discipline, it takes lifestyle, like Amber mentioned, fixing different meals, like when you know, trying to do a different lifestyle from your family. And so that kind of leads me to my next question about setbacks, right? Like when you're moving forward and then you have a setback, or let me just not assume, did you run into any setbacks? And if you did, how did you handle those? Or like, what was like one of those moments where it's like, okay, you know what? I fell off the horse. I got to get back on. Did you experience that?
I did during quarantine.
Okay.
I had to find a way to work out, man. I had gained 10 pounds back. So I had to find a way to kind of do something.
Right.
So it was like, okay, well, let me get out here in the yard. Let me go, at least go running, go walking. Couldn't go to the gym. Um, but that was one of my major setbacks. Then end up gaining 15 pounds back. But then once everything opened back up, I went back to training, then everything, lost it back. But then I said, you know what? I want to do something else. So that's when I just started lifting weights like heavy.
Right.
So started out with body, doing push-ups, sit-ups, all that kind of stuff. Um, and ever since then, I've been at where I'm at that point. At this point,
Oh, that's what's up. Amber, Zanetta, any setbacks? Did you have any
For,
along the way?
for me, it was the holidays.
Okay. Okay.
Food around the holidays, and you might overtime a little bit stuff I normally wouldn't have eaten. That would probably.
No, I'm with you. I'm with you. Zanetta kind of talked a little bit about yours and your experience, but you want to share like was there one particular setback that you had where you was like, okay, like this is a moment and now I got to make the change?
No, yeah, I've had, I'm sure I'm older than everyone, so I've had all these setbacks and I've done all these things. I have really been pushing my family to kind of adopt my life as opposed to me adopting their life. It's real easy, I have a big family and we like to get together. We play spades every 2 weeks, so there's always food involved. So one thing that happened last year for Thanksgiving, I was, so excited. It's the first time it ever happened in my life. My brother-in-law told me, I'm like, you eat Bambi. He's like, no, I eat Rudolph. That's the kind of family I have. So, and so this year we had like a whole vegan section for the holidays. I mean, just a whole. I mean, it wasn't like a little bit. It was like the table was just like the other table. So, I I I have had setbacks, but since I started the plant based, I think since I eliminated meat, and I have and now everybody's always checking me, like everybody's watching what I eat, so I have to be so careful because if they're like,
Yeah.
that's
Yeah.
why I don't really like to say I'm vegan. I like to just just move around the world in a quiet kind of way because oh my God, they just check me so bad, but Oh,
You know what? I found that to be the case too, right? So this is kind of my approach, and look, I've been struggling with this thing for a while. I think I lost like 15 pounds, and I've been stuck right there, right? And so I know, we need to change it up, and there's other things that you have to have happen. But when you talk about, the vegan lifestyle and the vegan diet, for me, like I think about boxes, right? And so I'm careful not to say that I am this or I am that. It's like, okay, this
right,
this week I'm not eating that much meat, right? Or this week
right,
I'm only going to eat, plant-based, and
right,
just kind of approach it from like what I'm doing right now, but not, making that like a label or a box, right?
right.
I don't know if that's been helpful or harming me, but but that's been my approach, to this thing, right? And so for those who like, when we talk about the lifestyle, and how do you remain consistent? I mean, we talked about it a little bit earlier, like that addiction and getting addicted to like going to the gym. But like for people like me who like struggle, and then it seems like when you miss a day, it turned into 2 days, it turned into 3 days. Like, so
To a
what are some
year.
of your wow? So what are some of your keys to remaining consistent? Like not just with the workouts, but also with with the eating regimen. What are some of the keys?
Uh, man, listen, I struggle to this day. Sometimes I have to make myself get up and go work out.
Yeah,
It's like I don't want to go. I'm not. No, I'm not going. Then I sit here and say I'm not going. While I'm saying no, I ain't gonna go today. I'm getting dressed at the same time, so I have to make myself get up and go work out.
that sounds like an addiction though,
Yeah,
right?
it is, and it's like
Right? I ain't gonna
just
do
like
it.
you say,
I ain't gonna do it.
and
Okay,
what
I'm gonna
makes
do
me right, and what makes me feel guilty. Just say if I sit here and I say I know I'm not going, and I look on Facebook and I see you working out, or I see my homeboy Rick in the gym, or somebody in the gym, that's gonna make me get up and go work out, because it's gonna make me feel like, oh my god, man, I done missed the day off and the fall off. And it's I just stay consistent with it, man.
it. Yeah,
As far as the eating part, like I say, man, I eat what I eat, and they eat what they eat in here, man. They sit around here and they be frying chicken and pork chops and bacon. They like ribs and stuff. I don't eat that. I don't eat pork, but I make this sauce that I used to make back in the day, so I have to make the sauce. Me take, trying to taste the sauce, and I go eat my broccoli and eat my baked chicken, and and I have built up a tolerance of good food that I smell that I know I can't eat and shouldn't be eating.
I love that.
So I just, man, I mean, you gonna have those days where you don't want to go work out. You gonna have those days where you're gonna be like, man, you know what? I'm finna go get me a baked burger. I'm just finna eat. And then you're gonna get in your mindset, I just work harder the next day. I work harder the next day. I work harder the next day. You just got to get that out your mind, man.
Tequila is
Uh,
plant based, so I just wanted to let you
so she just looked at tequila is plant based.
Hey, Z, me and you all right. Me and you is okay.
Amber, what's some of your secrets to remaining consistent?
Have a dedicated time that you work out every day. So
Okay,
this time, I know I'm going to work out. I know I'm going to set an hour aside to go to work out. I'm not gonna miss this hour. If I miss that hour, then you messed up your whole day. But setting the time aside for me has really helped, because before it's like you wake up and like you said, I might go to the gym now, maybe I'll go later. But if I have a dedicated time, like I know 1 to 2, that's my work. I know that I'm going to work out at this time. Like I'm not doing anything else at this time. I make sure I set that time aside. Like nobody call my phone. I'm working out from 1 to 2. Don't call me at that time. And
I,
as food, I guess once you start losing weight and like taste buds stuff, like she was saying, you don't crave sweets a lot. You don't crave certain foods anymore once you start losing weight. So,
I'm looking forward to getting to that place because I still be craving like ice cream is my kryptonite. What are your thoughts on intermittent fasting? I know that's been a thing that people been doing. not eating,
I
because it's like these two schools of thought, right? Not eating, then eating all day. What are your thoughts on that?
kind of do that unconsciously. So in the morning, you get up, I kind of get breakfast anyway. And I don't know, for me, after I work out is when I like to eat. My workout is 1 to 2 after 2 o'clock anyway. So
Okay.
and I try not to eat late. Try not to eat late. Try my best.
Zanetta, Spank, y'all got any thoughts on intermittent fasting?
I believe in it. I think it's great. I think we shouldn't eat all day and all night. So I think that like I have disciplined myself to eat only between a certain amount of time, and I that's when I fell off, when I kind of was not eating. Like I started, when my mom passed away, I started eating like whenever, and that threw my whole body off. I started like wanting to eat all the time, so I disciplined myself to eat like only between certain hours, and so I'm back to where I'm not hungry like that, and I have like a lot more energy. So I believe I am a fan of intermittent fast. I think that's one of the things. Like even when I first started, like I'm in therapy, so I hope she's not listening. But I mean, when I, yeah, but that is one of the things that helped me so much, because I'm not eating all day. Like I don't think our bodies are meant to eat all day long. I just don't think it. We need some rest
in between those meals. Spank, what you think about it?
I don't know. I tried it. I eat 3 times a day: breakfast, lunch, and then I try to have my last meal after I work out. When I finish working out, I do my protein, and then I eat right after. Like I said, I try to have my last meal. So it's like, I mean, I tried it before, but excuse me. I think I did the wrong one. I think I did the 16-hour one or something. I'm about to die. I was like, oh man, I can, but I have learned. I try not to eat after a certain time, like she said. I try not to, and I try to drink as much as water as possible. I drink a gallon a day, and say I'm sitting here sipping my water, and sometimes
Yeah.
I go over that. It has me full, has me going to the bathroom, and like I don't know if people knew, like water is like an appetite suppressor. It keeps you full. That's why they tell you drink a lot of water.
Right.
So
and celery. If you want to get full, just eat some celery. Celery is like an appetite suppressor.
Didn't
Yeah.
know that.
Well, I ain't know I'm gonna try that then.
It is. It's very filling, and it's has a lot of water. It's crunchy like chips. I find that helps me a lot.
I appreciate that. So in the time we have left, what I like to do is if you have, if there's like a message or a final thought that you like to give to people who may be, on a personal weight loss journey and they're experiencing some struggles, some challenges with that, what would be your message to them? And I'll go around the horn. I'll start with you, Zanetta, then Maurice, and then Amber. You can close us out. Final thoughts. People who may be struggling on their personal journey. What's your message to them?
For me, if you're struggling with being plant-based, one of my friends told me that why be a cemetery when you can be a garden? So, and so that really stuck with me. It stuck with me for quite some time. So, I make sure I eat plants. Things are really versatile. You can, if anybody wants to ever reach out to me about how to make plants work, I eat plants every day, and I crave stuff everybody else craves, so we can just make this work. But just stick to it, do what you need to do, love your body, whatever shape or form it's in, and then work from there.
All right. Spank.
Man, I just say keep pushing, man. You're gonna have times you're gonna give up. Like I did, like I said, I tried to lose weight years and years ago, saying that it's not working. It ain't working fast enough. I'm telling you, it's not easy. It's not gonna come off fast. You're not gonna see it. It's not gonna happen just like that. Just keep pushing. Just keep going. You're not gonna see your results first. Somebody else will.
Yeah.
Somebody else will. Yeah, you won't. I had to learn that because I didn't see it, but somebody else did.
Yeah.
And I
No,
was
that's
like,
true because people be like, "Boy, you looking good," and it's like, man, you don't know the like,
right.
the
Oh,
struggles.
Yeah,
no,
Really.
because
people are
you
like, "Are you sick? Are you been to the hospital? You all right?"
yeah, yeah,
Right.
man. So it's like I just say, man, keep going, man. Don't get discouraged. It will happen. It's going to happen. Just keep pushing.
All right, Amber.
Find your reason why you want to start to lose weight or work out. Stick to it. The easiest way to go to try to so you're not like, man, I'm just floating along doing this just because I see everybody else. Find your reason why, because most people when they try to lose weight, something either happens to them or like you know they need to find their own reason.
Yeah,
So
yeah, and I'm with you on that. And I think the longer term reasons, right? The motivation of, the health and wellness, and not like the vain,
mm,
reasons. Like
like
I think that's a byproduct of it, right?
feel
Um,
how you want to
But I
look.
think that part keeps you going, right? Because people are like,
Yeah,
"Oh, you look good," right?
yeah.
So the
yeah,
Find your
same part works, right?
Mhm.
They're like, "Oh, you gaining that weight back?" Then you're like back at the gym, like that 10 COVID pounds. I think like the fresh 15.
that's it. All right, so look, I again, I want to thank y'all. I've been smiling, this whole time. I really been looking forward to this conversation. Like I see you all individually, and I follow your page. Like I remember, Spank on your journey, man. Just seeing you in the gym, seeing you going hard. I didn't see Zanetta so much. I just looked and I was like everybody else, like they had to do the double take. Like, Zanetta, that's you. But I've seen Amber like posting your workout videos and just the motivation. And I'm honored that you all would take time out today to share with me, just share this moment with me, because my birthday coming up in a couple weeks, and that's like New Year's for me, and so it's like okay, so it was like on purpose. So those who watching, they watching, but this ain't for them. This is for me, and so 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 I really, really thank you all so much. I want to encourage you to continue, because like what you said, people don't see it. I mean, you may not see it, but those of us who are watching, we see it. We're inspired by it. And I'm not looking to add any additional pressure, because I know like with that come pressure and all of that stuff. But I just wanted to really express my gratitude and allow you all to share with, the people who are in our circle, those successes, and let people know what's possible, right? Because we think that it can't happen for us, or we won't be able to do it, but you all are clear examples of that. So thank you again for stopping by Believe and Do Good, the podcast, and we'll be in touch soon. All right.
Thank
Yeah, appreciate it,
Thank
man.
you
Y'all
for
have a good
having
day
us.
now.
All right, y'all have a good one.
Y'all.
Thank you so much. I'll talk to y'all soon. And there you have it, folks. Believe and Do Good, health and wellness, accepting the challenge to change. If you'd like to get information about how you can get involved and make some changes, there's a few ways. You can go to facebook.com, go to the hashtag, the one a day challenge, join our Facebook group. Also, I want to give a shout out to Nurse Nurse Charlene. She has a My Better Living blog and page, and she provides a lot of great information, a lot of tips, a lot of tools that are helpful for those who may be looking to start a personal weight loss journey. Nurse Shar actually has a book for those who may be looking to transition and go into becoming vegan or plant-based. If you're looking to explore that, she has some tools that she also provides in the one a day challenge for that. And again, I just want to thank you all for tuning in. Like the page, share the page, continue to support the work. Up next is the Tampa Bay Breakfast Club. So if you're watching on Facebook or on YouTube, you can get over to Power Plug Radio, and then you'll be able to tune in to the Tampa Bay Breakfast Club. Tampa Bay Breakfast Club is live every Sunday at 11, every Monday morning and Wednesday morning from 7 a.m. to 9 a.m. And make sure y'all tune in and check out the crew, man. Again, we want to thank y'all for all of the support that y'all give us. Thank you for the work that you all will do, and can continue to do in the future. This has been Believe and Do Good, the podcast. I'm your brother John, and y'all enjoy your day. Y'all take care. Peace.